and welcome to Step-by-Step Activities with Miss Shannon here at the Dunning Fine Arts Center. And right now I have an activity called a raised coffee ice cream cone. And this is a fun activity. And the items that you're going to need are, you're going to need a box. Now you can ask your parents first or the adults in the house. You'll need some kind of a box, a dry cereal box, or whatever, this is my pie box, or any kind of box that you have that you can cut. We're going to use glue. We're going to use paint brushes. If you don't have paint brushes, that's quite all right. You can use cotton swabs as well. And we have different color paints. Best if you use temper paint, it washes out best. We have some scissors here because we're going to use those to cut our box. And we have some tape. We're going to use the tape to tape the ends of our box. Now in just a minute too, we're going to use the glue to make an ice cream cone picture with the glue. And then we're actually going to use coffee grounds. They smell really good and it gives it a nice aroma. And we're going to cover all of the glue with the coffee grounds. And that will be our raised coffee ground picture. And then from there, we'll go ahead and decorate it. And I do have a prototype that we made to show you a little bit about what we're going to do. And thank you for holding that up. Okay, and let's get started. Let me put on my glasses. That always helps. Okay, now I'm going to use a cereal box. And so what I'm going to do is I have started off by cutting a couple of the sides to save some time. So I cut down one side and I cut down the other side. I'm cutting the back out. And now I'm just going to cut the bottom off, right across the bottom here. It's nice that they gave us a cute picture on the back of the cereal box. In this case, we can probably do something with that later, but we'll set that aside for now. Now you're going to have a little shadow box actually that we're going to work inside of. I'm going to also tape the bottoms together here so that it stays together in a little box form. Just what the tape's for. Okay. All right, that's your step one. Get your shadow box ready to go. Now we're going to take our glue bottle and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to create a picture with the glue in the shape of an ice cream cone and 3 scoops and a cherry on top. So here we go. So I'm going to make the cone. Now if you would like to make your cone a different shape, that's perfectly okay. I usually make the triangle cone. And I like to put the kind of lattice on there to make it look like a little waffle cone. Okay, there's my cone. Oops, almost. And now let's put the first scoop on there. Put a kind of a wiggly big scoop on there first. Oop. And maybe a medium-sized scoop next. And I'm running out of space there, so I better make my top scoop somewhat small and save a little room for the cherry on top. And there we go. So we have our ice cream cone ready to go. Now we're going to use a pan and we're going to put our ice cream cone box into the pan. We want to use a pan or do this outside or use a tray because we might make a little bit of a mess with the coffee grounds and we really would rather they didn't go over all over the house. So let's go ahead and start putting some coffee on top of the glue. Like I said, it smells really good. Now, if you don't have coffee grounds at your house, that's perfectly okay as well. You can use cinnamon. You can use any kind of spice. I like the smell. You can actually also use gelatin flavoring without the sugar in it. You don't want the sugar in there. You don't want bugs with it in there. Or you can go and use some soil from outside. But I like the way it smells because of a nice smell. Okay, so let's take the coffee over there. Now let's shake it around in our box and make sure all of the glue is covered and then dump out the excess. And there we go. Now we're ready to paint. If you don't have paint, it's okay. We can go ahead and use whatever other medium you have. You can have your markers or your crayons or whatever you might have to use at home. So again, you can use the cotton swabs if you don't have paintbrushes. And I actually think I'm going to use a cotton swab on this one because the cherry's awful small. So I'm gonna go over here to my paint and I'll get a little bit on the top of my cotton swab. And I'll paint inside the cherry. There's that. And then I'll just continue on and paint my paintbrush. And then I get to decide what flavors I'd like. Oops, let's get the excess off there. What flavors I'd like on my ice cream. You want to paint your cone. I probably paint mine brown. And then I'll probably use maybe I'll use purple for my big ice cream scoop. Wonder what flavor purple would be. Grape maybe, or maybe a bubblegum flavor. I don't know. So you'll go ahead and you'll just go ahead and fill in the sections with whatever colors you like. And then what I did also is I went ahead and I decorated the inside of the box around the ice cream cone to add extra flair. Like I said, you can make your ice cream cone look different than mine, perfectly fine. Or if you didn't want to do an ice cream cone, you wanted to do an ice cream sundae in a cup, you can do that as well. Let's do one more color. Let's see. How about we'll do a kind of a rosy, maybe a strawberry or a cherry flavor. Ice cream scoop for the second one. And there we go. And then you just continue on. And you can, like I said, you can decorate all around it when you're finished. You just continue on until it's done. And we'll go ahead and we'll show you my finished product that I did the first go round. And voila, have a good time. And always, always, always make sure that you ask the adults in the house before you do any projects, especially ones that might get messy. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody.